Hello! Today we're going to talk about objective correlative. What does this term mean? Well, if you don't know, we're going to find this out now. So let us Google it. That's the first thing you should always do when you don't know what something is. This looks like a credible source right here because Wikipedia and GreatSaver aren't the greatest sources. Well, it turns out it's not really credible, because if you scroll to the bottom, there's not a works cited. But she or he does use a quote from T.S. Eliot, who was the originator of the word. And he says that the only way of expressing emotion in the form of art is by finding an objective correlative. In other words, a set of objects, a situation, a chain of events which shall be the formula of that particular emotion, such that when the external facts, which must terminate in sensory experience, are given, the emotion is immediately evoked. Well, this basically is saying that a writer or a poet or a playwright will try to get an emotional reaction out of someone by the sensory images that they place in their work. And this is a collection of things. It can't be just one singular object, like a coffin or a scary clown that makes you feel these emotions. It's a collection of objects, or a situation, or events. For example, like if you take a typical funeral scene where like the sky is dark, and people are wearing black, and there's rain, and there's a bunch of crying, most people will feel really sad, and that's the writer's purpose. They want to make you feel sad. And so, if you guys want to look at something we read this year, T.S. Eliot originated this term through his essay about Hamlet and his problems. And this essay goes to explain that Shakespeare does use objective correlative. And since he can't use sensory images, because we can't really see a play when we're reading it, he uses the way Hamlet talks to give us a sense of emotion. So through Hamlet's confrontations with his mother and like the way he talks, and also his reiteration of the same puns and jokes that he uses throughout the play, Shakespeare gives us this feeling that Hamlet is crazy, and then also so we get concerned about Hamlet, and then Shakespeare also makes us feel that like scared. That's a good word for that, when Hamlet has his confrontations with Claudius and his mother, because with the way Hamlet talks, he is full of rage, and he is quite frightening. And now we're going to look at something that's a little bit easier to see, because there's a visual in front of you. It's hard to talk about something when you don't have the visual. And I'm just warning you guys, I'm going to spoil a little bit of Big Hero 6, so if you haven't seen it, I am sorry, and you might want to close your eyes or plug your ears. Full screen.
Callahan's in there. Someone has to help.
Okay, well that was quite sad now, wasn't it? But the writers of Big Hero 6 purposely wanted you to feel sad at this part. Because, you know what? They use objective correlative. Let us rewatch the scene and I'll talk you through like how they use objective correlative. Let's turn the volume, not mute. It's a little bit down so I can talk better. So, Tadashi runs in and his hat falls. It's a little bit of foreshadowing. And there's some dramatic music in the background, and a big explosion. Some more dramatic music in the scene. And then there's some ashes and embers. And after there's some little bit of sirens and a forlorn hat just sitting there. And a call for his brother. That's a collection of things that should make you feel sad, because this is a sad time, and the writers want you to feel what Hero's feeling, because we can pretty much know what happens to Dash, And so this scene kind of is meant to foreshadow what happened without basically saying that he died. Now, we're going to decide if this is objective correlative or not. Here's a pun. Why is John Milton terrible to invite to game nights? Because whenever he's around, there's a pair of dice lost. That's funny. But this is not objective correlative. Although this pun does make you feel a certain emotion, whether it's happy because you think puns are the best, or really sad because you thought this pun was stupid. It's not a collection of sensory objects. It's just a joke that the writer wrote. So this does not count as objective correlative. And on this note, this is the end of this video. We're now going to play a Kahoot to see if you're really paying attention to this video. I hope you guys do well. Good luck. And I hope you guys are paying attention.